Alright, hi guys, it's me Adrian again. I got another video here for you. It's Lemmings again, no surprise. So, what's happened lately is me and J.Russell have another a final build of our Lemmings hack that we're ready to show to everybody. It's already available for download. So there's Josh's color and level title fix hack. He's made one for the Japan and USA NTSC Genesis. It's the new version 1.2. It's now the final, and there's also a final to the PAL version, which is version 1.6. So basically what we've done is we've just tweaked the ROM a little bit more. We've just added a few more edits, and I'm going to talk about them and show you everything as best I can in this video. Keep in mind, this is a very good hack. It's better than it was before, a year ago. I'm hoping this is the end. Like, you know, if as far as I'm concerned, I'm done with them. I've had enough of tweaking and modding it now. If Josh wants to come back in 5-6 months' time and tweak it himself, that's fine. But you know, it's his project. He can do what he wants. But I'm out now. I've had enough. So I just want to point out that Josh has already uploaded a video on this. Well, he's done the pre-final. It's fair to say. I'm going to do the final. I'm going to show you the final. He's made a video he uploaded 2 days ago on the pre-final, and his video was very good. It went for 40 minutes, and he spoke really well in it. He showed us all the colored edits and all the level title edits. He spoke really well in it. I was amazed. In his video, he did it off his PAL Mega Drive Model 2, I believe. It's a modified Model 2. But even though it's modified, he showed it in PAL. It was in PAL 50. And he showed the USA ROM. The one here. Yeah, he showed this one in 50 Hertz, which is, it still plays and everything. It just ran a little bit slower. But I thought for my video I'm going to do this a little bit differently, so it's not just a carbon copy of Josh's. For starters, I don't know if you can tell already, but I'm running this in NTSC 60 Hertz already. This is the first video that I'm doing in full analog NTSC 60 Hertz. You can see it's the full screen already. I haven't even got into the game yet. Look, I'll prove it to you. I'm not running this at 50. We'll go to device info. See where it says system type US NTSC 60. I'm not bullshitting. How am I doing that? I'm obviously not using my PAL Mega Drive Model 1, am I? No, I'm not. So I'm using the Hyperkin Mega Retron HD. Remember I made a video a month ago when I bought it, and I showed you guys what it was like and the games and everything, how it runs. I thought, why don't I get that out and show Josh's hack on it? You know, keep things more interesting. I can show you a true NTSC signal here on the TV in 60 Hertz. So I've got the Hyperkin Mega Retron HD. I've got it set to 60 Hertz with the switch on the bottom. NTSC I've got it set to. So that's why the EverDrive's reading it as US NTSC. So let's go back to this. For my video, I will show you the NTSC version, not the PAL version, just to keep things interesting. So we've got version 1.2 final. Yeah, let's have a look at the ROM header. As you see, it says 2025 February, hack made by J.Russell and myself, Adrian Gauna. Lemmings color palette and level title fix, version 1.2. And I hope to God this is the final. Alright. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Now, I'll just point out that you won't hear any audio from the game. You'll just see it for now and hear my voice. I couldn't mix the two together. It's a bit too difficult, so I thought what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to review it, and then I'm going to do a little bit of playthrough towards the end. And the playthrough towards the end, I'll put the audio back on, and it'll be like a full capture. So as you can see, this is Josh's first edit here. He's made the colours look very close to the Commodore Amiga original. He's used lighter shades here for the Lemmings. I think it looks great. Yeah, it looks really good. He's done a lot of colour edits. I think the second one there is the Psygnosis sign. He's coloured that differently. It's now got a purplish white tinge to it. It's different to how it was before. So that's the second change. I'll have to put some passwords in, eh? Just bear with me. I've got the passwords here. I don't know the USA passwords off by heart, so I had to write them down. There's a DRKCX. Just back out for a minute. Oh, I've got to do this 6 times. SCK. Is it SCKFG? Should be tricky. So I'm going to go over all Josh's colour edits first, because that's the main thing. I feel that's the main thing of the hack. I think the level title edits are secondary. And while I'm doing this, I just want to say this is Josh's hack, not mine. I just contributed to it. So just keep that in mind. If you go to the page and you download it, you'll see my name listed next to Josh's, but Josh is just being really nice. It's really his project at heart. Yeah. Getting there. Mayhem. Sorry guys for the awkward silence. I've got to put all these bloody things in just to continue, and I don't know them all off by heart. I don't really need to do the last two, but I'll do them anyway. Actually I do, because I want to show you something at the end. One more. I've got to do one more. There's 6 codes I've got to put in for each mode. Last one. See, I know this is CBMFL on the PAL version, but here it's totally different. HCNFD. Okay. Alright, back to fun. Okay, let's get to the colours first, then we'll go over the level title stuff. Okay, for the dirt levels, they look different. One of the new edits that I remember Josh saying in his video is here the HUD map. He's made it a real green colour, where it was more yellowish before. And as you can see, the dirt levels here, like the dirt earth levels there, you got rid of that yucky vomit colour, and it's got replaced with identical colour to the Amiga original. Yeah, I won't bother playing it just yet. What do we got? The Roman column Egyptian yellow brick levels. What he's done with these ones is he's matched the colour with the exits. I don't think they were matching before, so that's good. So they look really good. These ones he didn't touch at all. I remember him saying he calls them the marble tile set, but I call it the rusted brick tile set because that looks like rust to me. It probably is marble. Well, it could be both. But anyway, for these levels, these tile sets, Josh has left it alone. He felt that it was very, very accurate to the Commodore Amiga original, so he left the colours intact. The blue ones, the blue icy ball ones, whatever you want to call them, yes, these look very good now. In the retail original, see the blue of the pillars here? See the pillars here? And the original colour was adjacent to the background blue there, inside, in the middle. He's changed it to full-on black, like in the Commodore Amiga version. So that's a big improvement. Definitely. It looks so good. And what I love about these blue levels is I love the water, the way it looks like there's rain falling in the water, even though you can't see any rain. It looks like there's little droplets of water. I love that. So, yeah. Colours are so much better than before. I don't want to spend too long on each thing. I'll just sort of move it as swiftly as I can. What have we got? We got the red fire hell levels here. He's really made these ones look great, I think. They don't just look like the Commodore Amiga version, they look better than the Commodore Amiga version. You now got, like, the bricks are now more brown and darker instead of grey, and I think that's really good. I like how these look darker and scarier. I love these fire hell ones. These ones have always been my favourite. So he's really made that look better, I think. And is there anything else I've forgotten? I did the earth ones, the blue ones, the red ones, yellow ones, and I showed the rusted brick one. There was no change. No, I think that's all of them. All the normal tile sets. I'll get on to the special levels now. Beast of a level, yeah. We'll start with this one. Level 22 of fun. And there's other colour things I'm going to mention here. So on the title screens and stuff. So I remember Josh saying in his video that he made the shade here different on the trees. So the shade is a bit different. It does look better. I can notice a little difference from the retail version. This does look better, yeah. What else we got? Menacing. Another special level. So he's gone ahead and changed the colours here to match the Commodore Amiga original. So yeah, I didn't know what this level was when I was a kid. I had no idea they were tributes to I had no idea they were tribute levels to other Psygnosis games. I thought it was like a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne or something. Tribute to heavy metal. I don't know. I mean, it's got all these skulls and stuff, and worms and snakes and... Come on, bash it, bastard. But it's actually a shooting game on the Commodore Amiga or something. I don't know. I've never had a Commodore Amiga. I couldn't really tell you, but it's a Psygnosis game. It's got nothing to do with heavy metal or Ozzy Osbourne. Or Iron Maiden. Yeah, so there's an improvement there, and his favourite level is What an Awesome Level. Josh often talks about this one, how proud he is of what he's done to it. So, yeah, the shades are different on this giant worm thing here. It does look better. definitely looks better. I think that's all the color edits he's done, I think. Except here, I forgot to mention, like, there's different colors here. Like, he's put release rate 50. You know where it says release rate 50? It's a caramel coffee bronze brown, where it used to be yellow. He's gone and changed that to match it closer to the Commodore Amiga. Everything used to be closer to the Commodore Amiga original. And he's changed that cold purple to a warm hot purple to make it pop out more, where it says rating taxing or mayhem, fun, whatever. So yeah, those colours pop out more, so that's good. Going to mayhem, no, he didn't do anything to a Beast 2 of a level. Yeah, the 4th special level. Interesting. I found this interesting when Josh was talking about this level, because he said in version 1.3 of his ROM hack, of his patch, he did have a go at trying to match the colours to the Commodore Amiga original, but he couldn't get the colour scheme right, because the Mega Drive colour palette is limited. You can only have 64 colours on screen at once from a selection of, I don't know, 512 or whatever it is. It's quite limited compared to the Commodore Amiga and Super Nintendo. So he actually did change the colours, but he wasn't happy with how it looked, so he changed it back to the retail version. So this is the same as what it would look on the retail version. I found that interesting. So in version 1.4, version 1.5, and now I'm thinking of the PAL version, but in later builds, patches like this version 1.2, it's reverted back to the retail, the way it looks in the retail version original. And what else have we got? I think that's all of Josh's cut. No, there's another one. I'll have to show you at the end though, because, well, maybe I can show you now. Why don't I have to play the last level to show you. I want to see if he's changed the Lemming on the ending screen. I remember he changed it to like a creamy pink colour instead of a beigey white colour. So I'll just pause it here and I'll show you the end. Shall I do that? Or maybe you know what? Fuck it. I'll show you later, because there's more important things. That's only the last colour thing I can think of that he's done. I might as well get to the other stuff now. Now, the part where I come in is I helped him out on changing some of the level titles to some of these levels, because in the Mega Drive version they didn't match, you know, what they should be called. Like level 10, it was called 5 Miles If You Love Lemmings in the retail version on the Mega Drive. Why did they change it to 5 Miles If You Love Lemmings? I have no idea. I actually like that title, but it's not how it's supposed to be. It's meant to be Smile If You Love Lemmings. So, level 10 of Fun, that was my first edit. I changed that. My second edit was level 26 of Fun, Nightmare on Lem Street. Now, this level is interesting because it's a level map that shares a repeat later on. I think it's repeated in level 13 of Mayhem, the Great Lemming Caper. But on the retail version, they called level 26 of Fun the exact same thing, the Great Lemming Caper. So it didn't quite make sense to name two different levels the same name, even though it's the same map, but they're different solutions. You know what I mean? So it's meant to be Nightmare on Lem Street, the first one, and then the repeat is meant to be the Great Lemming Caper. I can show you here. I've got them. There you go. That's the repeat. So they're the two level edits I did in Fun. I only did 2 in Fun. Tricky, I did about 4, I think. When you get to level 4, This level was originally called the Ascending Pillar Scenario. Again, they did the same bloody thing. They named the same map, the same thing, even though in its repeat later on in taxing, it's a different solution. So, is it like level 11, the Ascending Pillar Scenario? So, I don't know why they named level 4 of Tricky the same thing, but I'd put it back to what it was called in the Commodore Amiga and the Master System, so which has been there, seen it, done it. Just so you know what I'm talking about, yeah, it's the one with the Ascending Pillar Scenario. So, yeah. Where's my next edit? Is Lemmings in the Basement. Why is it called Lemmings in the Basement, not Lemmings in the Attic? Well, Josh explained this really, really well in his video. I was quite impressed. The Mega Drive version of Lemmings has a lot of new levels in the game. And for some strange reason, level 21 of Fun is called Lemmings in the Attic. So this got the name first. And it was really good the way Josh explained it, because it really does, he said it really does look like they're in the attic here, and it does, because you got this like steel pipe girder like thing, and it looks like it goes up in the roof. I thought that was really interesting, the way he explained it, because it does look like an attic. This looks more like an attic than the one that's supposed to have the name Lemmings in the Attic. You know, they're right on top. You know, you could say they're right on top, almost touching the roof. So, yeah, I left it alone because it was a new level. It wasn't an original level from the Commodore Amiga. So, to get around that, I thought I'll change it to Lemmings in the Basement, because it was originally called Lemming in the Attic. They just took the S off. And this is the original Lemmings in the Attic, just like Josh said. But this actually does look more like a basement, because you've got to get them up here, see? You've got to get them up a little bit higher. They're not up high again, trying to go down. You've got to get them up a little bit. So it does look like a basement, doesn't it? So, yeah. So, I changed it to Lemmings in the Basement instead of Lemming in the Attic. So you had Lemmings in the Attic, level 21 of Fun, and then you had level 6 of Tricky, Lemming in the Attic, which sounds stupid. So I changed it to Lemmings in the Basement. I didn't know what else to do. What was the next edit I did? I think it was level 16, yes. Lovely Jubbly. Just like in Josh's video, what Josh said was spot on. It's meant to be Lovely Jubbly. I think that's what it is in the Commodore Amiga original. That's what it is on the Master System and a few other ports. But in the Mega Drive version, they called it Lovely Jubilee, and it was spelt differently. It was, every time I hear Jubilee, I think of that character from X-Men. And Lovely was spelt differently. It wasn't spelt like that. I think I've heard someone say that Lovely Jubbly, it's some sort of Great Britain slang, or it's from one of those shows, Only Fools and Horses, or Last of the Summer Wine, or something. Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand it. I mean, I love my British sitcoms and stuff, but apparently that's where it comes from. So, yeah, and I just want to point out that Josh has done something to it as well. It was Lovely Jubbly. It was originally spaced, the two words were spaced out a little bit too much. He's just brought them a little bit closer. Josh did that. But I spelt it that way, Lovely Jubbly, but he further edited it to get it closer. So it looks better. Diet Lemonade, okay, this one's weird. As far as I'm concerned, that's how it should be spelt, because I'm assuming it's referencing a diet lemon drink, a diet lemonade. So it's a play on words, diet lemonade. But in the Amiga original, And on the Mega Drive Retail original version of this, they spelled aid differently. They spelled, the last bit was AID, and that's not the right way to spell it. Aid is like you're coming to somebody's aid, you know, help. But so I changed it to Diet Lemming Aid, ADE, like the drink, and that's how. It's funny enough, that's how it's spelled on the Master System version. So yeah, I think that's all the edits I've done on Tricky. There was 4 edits on Tricky. And we get to taxing. What did I do in taxing? I think I only made 2. Okay, yes, this one's interesting. Mary Poppins Land. In the Mega Drive Retail Original version, or Genesis Original Retail version, they named it Umbrella Land. I don't know why they did that. It doesn't sound as good. I prefer its original title name of Mary Poppins Land, so I changed it to Mary Poppins Land. Now, interesting story I'm going to mention. When I originally had it spelt Mary Poppins Land, I had it spelt wrong. So Josh has gone and corrected it here. What I mean is, I put the title Mary Poppins Land in there, but Josh has gone and fixed up a typo that I made that I didn't realise that I made at first, because I copied it from the Master System version. The Master System version has the level spelled Mary Poppins Land. It has, instead of the S and the apostrophe, it's got the apostrophe and then the S. It's got it the other way around, which is wrong. Now, I did some research the other day on plurals and singular nouns and possession nouns and apostrophes and where to use them in sentences. And I found out that the way it's spelled here is the correct way. Anybody that has a name that ends with an S, like James or Jones or Thomas or Poppins, if to use their name in a sentence, or they own something, you would say Thomas's or Jones's or James's. So you'd have, after the S of their name, you'd put the apostrophe and then another S. Or you put it like that. You just put the full name and then an apostrophe and leave it. So that's the proper way. That's the way it was meant to be. And I apologise to Josh. I had no idea I was wrong till right at the end. So that's how it should be, Mary Poppins Land. So it's spelt wrong on the Master System version, which I'm quite shocked, because that version usually has correct grammar, you know. But I found that they made a mistake there. So yeah, Mary Poppins Land. So it makes sense. It's an umbrella level. And didn't she have an umbrella in the movie? Yeah. Oh, so it's called Mary Poppins Land, and that's spelled exactly like the Amiga original. What was the other edit I did in Tricky? I did a recent one just yesterday, before we released. Oh yeah, level 29 of taxing. Yeah, this one on the Mega Drive was called, for some strange reason, they changed it to how do I dig out a path, with a question mark. But on the Amiga original, it's called How Do I Dig Up the Way? So I changed it back to How Do I Dig Up the Way? Which, to me, that sounds better. So this is a new edit, just for the level title name. So they're the 2 in taxing, and there's 2 more in mayhem. What was it? Oh yeah, level 12. Yeah, this is one I did last night. The Far Side. Again, on the Mega Drive retail version, they called it the Other Side. But in the Amiga original, it's called the Far Side. I'll show you quickly what it looks like. So you've got to get them out through the trapdoor. They've got to go down here. They've got to go all the way around, get them through that little spot, build bridges and get them up there. That's the Far Side. But the trick is you only got 4 minutes. So you got to be pretty darn quick. So yeah, that's a new edit. I spaced everything out just right, I think. The Far Side. It's not too. The title's not too much to the left, not too far to the right. Yeah, that's right. and what was the other one I did? Oh yeah, level 20 of Mayhem, no added colours or lemmings. I went and put a U in colours because to me that's the proper way to spell it. I don't mean to offend Americans or Canadians or people from the other side of the world that spell it without the U, but I wanted to put the U in there. I felt it's a European, Great British, Scottish game, so I wanted to put the way they spell it in the game, so that's what I did. But in the retail original, they took out the U. So that's it. I just put the U in colours. That's how I like to spell my word colours. Colour, like neighbour and honour and all those words. I like to put the U in there. But I'm not American saying that. But I don't mean to offend anybody. But that's just something I felt had to be done. And it's like that in the PAL version too. So I think that's all my edits. Yeah, I forgot to mention one at the start here on Just Dig. Yeah, but Josh did it. He moved that exclamation point right up close to the G. Where in the retail original, it was just spread out a little too much. Yeah, whew, I'm glad I didn't forget that one. Oh, what else have we got? Did I leave any edits out? I mentioned all my level title fixes there. I think I mentioned all of Josh's colour edits. Oh well, look, this going back to the Mary Poppins thing. This just proves that the way it's spelled is right, because that's Lemmings Arc. It's got the exclamation point after the S because Lemmings has an S. So it'd be Lemmings' Arc or Lemmings Arc, but you can't put apostrophe and then the S if the name has an S in it. So yeah. Oh, I suppose we'll give this a go. I want to show you the ending. I have to do this last level. I'll just pause it here and then I'll unpause it at the end, because the further edits, I fixed a typo in the credits. There was a word that said graphics. I changed it to graphics, and I want to see if Josh's color edit is still there at the end. So just bear with me for a sec. Okay guys, I just did the solution. It was easy to do. It's not a hard level for a last one. I just skipped a big chunk of it for you, because I haven't got the sound on yet. I've just got the audio from this camcorder plugged in with the visual of the Hyperkin Mega Retron HD. Let's see what the ending's like. So yeah, I forgot to. There is something I forgot to mention. I will show it after this. I just thought of it now. It's another edit that Josh made that I almost left out, but I'll mention it in a minute. See where it says your password for level 1? Again, he's changed that to that nice coffee caramel bronze colour. Yes, he's changed the colours there here. I can already tell, even though the lemming is darkened in the background there. It's got more of a pinkish tone. A pinkish cream colour, like on the cover of the Master System version. Graphics designer, see, I fixed it. Where it had the H and the P were switched to round, I think. Before it was spelt different. It was spelt graphics, like it was a typo. But I fixed that. So yeah. Pleased I get to show you the ending credit screen. This is a very rewarding ending, by the way. It's not only does it have a great, thumping music track to accompany the ending, the dun 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 dun, but it's nice to see them marching like that across the screen, with the credits rolling in the middle. I like that. Yeah. So I'm just about coming towards the end of this. yeah, it's a good hack. I can't recommend it enough. Download this hack. If you're on 60 Hertz, go for this one that I'm showing you. I'm showing you the 60 Hertz Genesis version. I'm not showing the power one. If you're on power 50 Hertz hardware, go for the version 1.6 final for the power release. They're both identical, except it says Sunsoft at the end. It doesn't come up as Sega. The Sunsoft published the Genesis version, and Sega published the power version. So the publisher name goes on there. Yes, I love the way he changed the colour there. I like how it's more pinkish instead of beige. Looks just like the original mural, you know, of the Lemming on that picture. Okay. The other one, before I forget, there was one more thing he did, and he showed it in his video. He went to the second level, and he just saved one Lemming because it only comes up at the end. You only got to save one. Josh knows where I'm going with this. Alright. Yeah, see where it says spot on. You can't get much closer than that. Let's try the next. That's what it says on the Amiga original, spot on, but in the Mega Drive retail version they changed it to right on. No good. It has to be spot on. So that's not my edit, that's Josh's edit, by the way. He did that one. So full credit goes to Josh, J.Russell. Yeah, I nearly forgot about that one. My brain's like going a mile a minute at the moment. I had to try and remember everything for this review. I think that's everything. I only changed a total of 10 level titles. There's 2 in Fun, 4 in Tricky, 2 in Taxing, and 2 in Mayhem. I didn't touch anything in Present or Sunsoft. Speaking of Sunsoft, this level is my favourite. Josh never talks about this one. This level has always been my favourite. It's a short level, but it's a really nice looking level. I guess Sunsoft thought, well, since we're developing the Mega Drive port, why don't we chuck one of our own tribute levels in the game? So that's what they did. It's a tribute level to one of their games on the NES. I think it's called Hiboreki or Euphoria, something like that. Yeah, this is my favourite special level. This is my favourite level in the game. I like this more than Awesome, more than Menacing, more than the 2 Beast levels. I like how it's not a scary one. It's like a light-hearted one. And in saying that, you know, as much as I love this version on the Mega Drive, you know, I love how they included like more data, more levels, more modes of play. Like you've got Present and Sunsoft added on. It doesn't finish after Mayhem, but there's a few levels that it pissed me off that they took out. And I've mentioned this before. I'm going to have a bit of a whinge now. Actually, I didn't mention this one last time, but I will now. There's actually another tribute level to another game. A Taito game, would you believe? I think it was called Rainbow Islands. I think you know where I'm going with this. The story of the Bubble 2. Now that game came out before Lemmings, I think, just before Lemmings. I think it's a tribute level, because on the Amiga, level 29 of Tricky on the Commodore Amiga and the Master System version from memory, it's called Rainbow Islands, not Konnichiwa Lemming-san. And it doesn't look anything like this. It's not a dirt earth level. It's a marble, rusted brick tile set looking one, and it's got all these like bricks that form like a a semicircle. It kind of looks like the rainbows in Rainbow Islands when you make a rainbow to get to platform across. I could be wrong, but why would they call it Rainbow Islands? It's got to be, and the brickwork looks like the rainbows in the levels. So I dare say it's a tribute level, but they took that out on here. And I like this. I like this level, Konnichiwa Lemming-san, but I think I prefer the original. And I always say this, level 16 of fun, they should have kept the original level in there, the original red hell fire level that said heaven. Don't do anything too hasty. That should have been kept in here. I hate how they took that out. And that wasn't a long level. I've heard that in the Mega Drive Genesis version, they, in order to cram as much as they did into the game, they had to shorten some levels and not make the maps so long. So there's a rumour that they took out a lot of the longer levels that were in the original, and they either swapped them with new maps like here that are really short, or for whatever reason. But the one that says heaven, that wasn't a long tile. That wasn't a long map by any means. It was just they just took it out. I wish they didn't. Even level 14 and 15, I think, were better on the Amiga. They're all right, these levels. Tea Time in the Ball Country and Room with No Exit. They're new levels, or they're from Oh No More Lemmings with different tile sets. I don't know, but it should be Origins and Lemmings, and don't let your eyes deceive you. Yeah, they're both yellow brick, Roman column, Egyptian looking ones, and they're really long maps. I can understand how they took those two out, but to take Don't Do Anything Too Hasty out, I love that level because it was like, if anything, it's a tribute to Led Zeppelin. You literally had to build a stairway to heaven. So, yeah, and there's another level that pissed me off how they took it out. Level 21 are tricky. It's on the Amiga, it's called All the Sixes, and it's another fire hell red looking one, and it's got 3 sixes in hot ash. The trapdoor is in the first 6, and you've got to make your way over to the third 6. It's got the exit, the house. They took that out on here, and they replaced it with this crappy blowing level. That's boring. It's easy, but it's boring. It's just you build bridges, you got to block and bomb, and hold them through to get through the brickwork. It's just, like, couldn't they have done something similar at least? Like, okay, they did on the Super Nintendo, what'd they call it? Oh, Hey-O Lemmings Sega. It's got like this Japanese writing, but it was still the fiery hell looking one, and they had to get through the word to get to the end. Why couldn't they do something like that on here? Or even change the tile set? Why couldn't they do a blue one or an earth one and just have it like different squares you had to get across or something? Just something similar. Not anything better than this. Yeah, so they changed that. I don't like that. They changed a lot of levels, and a lot of them, they moved them around too. I noticed in Tricky, they skip a lot of levels here, like, whereas this should be a doddle. They took that out. Like, We All Fall Down was originally level 2, wasn't it? They put it as level 1 here. A Ladder Would Be Handy was originally level 3. It was originally level 3 in the Commodore version. It's level 2 here. Lemming Gology, I think, was level 6. Been There, Seen It, Done It was originally level 7 of Tricky. That was level 8. That was level 11. Lemmings in the Basement, or Lemmings in the Attic. Level 12 originally. Lemming Drops, level 13. Then you got all these new ones. Menacing was 14, yeah. And these are all original. Until you get to that one, 21. Then they start with the bullshit again. So, look, don't get me wrong, this is my favourite port of Lemmings. It always will be. It's always going to be my favourite version. I hold this in high regard. I like this one more than the Master System version. The Master System one was my introduction to Lemmings. I never had a Commodore computer growing up, so I knew nothing about Lemmings before the Master System came along. So after the Master System version, I got the Mega Drive version. So that's it, guys. There's not really much for me left to say. This video's longer than Josh's video. I can already see the clock's up to 45, nearly 46 minutes. I'll just do a bit of playthrough now, and I'll connect the audio up from the Hyperkin Mega Retron HD, so I'll stop talking. So yeah, guys, go and download it. If you love puzzle games, you love Lemmings, go to ROM Hack Plaza. I'll put the links in the description, and download the patches and go for your life. This is about the best we can do. Me and Josh are only amateur modders, unless we learn to further edit the code in other ways. There's not much more we can do. I mean, he's done all the little color edits. I've done just a little bit of editing on the title levels. That's it. You know, it'd be great if we could program our own levels in, or change the music order, but I don't think that'll ever happen. So it is what it is. Hopefully it'll stay like this. Hopefully Josh won't come back in 5-6 months' times and tweak it again. I told him, I said it's probably best we just leave it now. I put the 2 new edits I put in was level 29, how to dig up the way, and level 12 of Mayhem. The far side, I changed that from the other side to the far side. I think we should just put it to bed now. Okay, guys, so I'll just play a little bit and then I'll stop the video, okay? So, yeah, game on, guys. Enjoy. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
Woohoo!